I'd like to recognize the sponsors for the event this evening. We have some great sponsors who have been very generous in helping us out. Adams Street Cafe, Ameren, Illinois, Avanti's, Carmike Cinemas, Caterpillar Visitor Center, The Chef and the Baker, Chelsea Tams, Gold's Gym, the Lariat Steakhouse, Limelight Event Plex, Peoria Charter Coach Company, the Peoria Symphony, the Peoria Zoo, the Riverplex, Sherman's, Starbucks, and M&M Recycling. Can we give all of our sponsors a round of applause, please? I'd also, and I realize this is difficult while you're eating dinner, but I would also like to recognize all of the elected officials in the room. So if you are an elected official, if you could stand for a moment. Thank all of our elected officials. So before we get to the actual award presentations this evening, I do want to expand upon how much we appreciate the work that all of you do in our neighborhoods and all of the work that we do together as a community. The Appreciate Peoria hashtag, I'm learning these new terms, used to be a pound sign, now it's a hashtag, has been very popular on social media, and we hope that all of you use it if you are making comments on social media. But for those of us that are still back in the analog age, on your table you will see sticky notepads of various colors. And there are also pens. What I would like you to do, what I would like everyone at the table to do, is take a sticky note and write why you appreciate Peoria. It could be your neighbors, it could be your neighborhood, it could be anything you want. Just write down why you appreciate Peoria. If you need more than one piece of paper, there's plenty of pieces of paper. But please take some time to think about it and to write that down. Leave them on the table when you leave this evening, and we'll do something very special with them in the upcoming weeks. So beyond that, enjoy your meal. The bar is certainly open. When we're finished with the awards presentation, we'd love you to mingle a little bit more. There is a photo booth over in the corner, and all of you can go over there to have your photograph taken. There's funny hats and other dress-up things you can put on if you like, and you get to take the photograph home with you, so as a memento of the evening. So, without any further ado, I would like to go ahead and start with the awards ceremony. We'll give a quick overview of the award and then ask the presenter to come up and announce the winner. So the first award is named after Richard Fuzzy Lenz. And this is an award that is presented to a neighborhood association or an individual who has exhibited a positive commitment to improving the environment within a neighborhood. To present the Richard Fuzzy Lenz Award this year, we have Councilman Chuck Grab.
Thank you, Ross Black. It's great to see all of you here tonight. I certainly remember Richard Fuzzy Lenz from my years on the council as an at-large, and he indeed loomed large as a great neighborhood advocate who lived in the Northern Valley area of Peoria for so many years. And this award is being presented to a person that is the neighbor we all wish we had. Richard Fuzzy Lenz was known to remove snow from neighbors' driveways, clear storm drains, mow elderly neighbors' yards, and remove storm-damaged trees from the neighborhood. Our nominee tonight does the same thing and has been nominated because of all of his work for many years in his neighborhood. Not only is our nominee tonight neighborly in these small ways, but he is also very gracious. He grows and maintains a community garden near Quest School, and he shares these vegetables with neighbors, churches, and food banks. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2016 Richard Fuzzy Lentz Award is presented to Gary Whitaker. Please come up, Gary.
Thank you much.
You want to make some comments?
Oh, I really wasn't expecting this, but I do know several people has nominated me as a neighborhood, I guess a watchman, cleanman, do things for the whole entire neighborhood, and so I took an advantage this past spring is to put out a garden, and I used recyclable things that I found in people's trash. So if you probably saw me taking a ladder out of somebody's trash, I grew cucumbers up a ladder instead of laying them down on the ground. It worked tremendously, as well as I got lots of tires, keeps the rodents away from the tomatoes because they think they'll get run over. It's just odds and ends things that I have found to use in the community garden, given away to the neighborhood. And I enjoy doing it, as well as good old St. Francis keeps me busy too. But I enjoy Peoria, I enjoy my neighborhood, and I'm going to keep on striving to do more. Thank you. Thank you, Chuck. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Councilman, and congratulations, Gary. The next award is the Business Award. This award is given to a business that has demonstrated commitment and partnership with surrounding neighborhood associations to improve the community at large. Presenting this award this evening is Joe Doolin.
Well, thank you everyone for coming out today. I was chosen to present this award because the award winner was also one of my high school teachers. So when they were selected for the award, I told Raven Fuller that I would very much like to present it. So the next award is the Business Award. This award is given to a business that has demonstrated commitment and partnership with surrounding neighborhood associations to improve the community at large. The award wasn't easily chosen this year. There are a lot of businesses doing great work in the community. This year, one certain business stood out due to their assistance to help the city garner national attention. This year's 2016 Business Award is The Hive. Jody Takis, would you please come up to accept your award? So as she's walking up here, for those not familiar with the Hive, it's located in the Contemporary Art Building at 305 Water Street on the riverfront. The reason why the Hive and its owner, Jody Takis, is being presented with this award is not only for the work they do on a daily business, just being a business in our community, but also her effort and help with the Board Up Beautification project that we launched earlier this year. Two of our neighborhood enhancement coordinators, Raven Fuller and Terrence Sacco, worked with District 150 leaders and art students at Peoria Central to paint boards with the wonderful help of Jody Takis. She volunteered to let the students go down to the Hive. She spent 3 or 4 hours down there with them, teaching them, helping them, just being a very good influence on the students. She was wonderful to work with, and it's great to have businesses in our community like this. So please give a round of applause for Jody Takis with the Hive.
Well, thank you. I'm very honored. I was thrilled when they approached me. Stacy Peterson invited me to help and then introduced me to Raven and Terrence. And I had a wonderful time working with the young people, the teacher from Central, and then helping with the event down at the Civic Center later in the summer. So I hope there are more projects. The Hive will always embrace them. There are a lot of very creative young people and old people in our city. So come down, check out the Hive, and we'll show you a good time. So thank you. It's an honor.
The next award this evening is the Grassroots Award. This is the first year for this award. We found that in 2016 there were multiple neighborhood associations and organized groups coming together to develop truly amazing projects. And there wasn't an award that captured this entrepreneurial spirit. Therefore, we created the Grassroots Award. Presenting the Grassroots Award this evening is Councilman Eric Turner.
Good evening. I was really honored for the opportunity to present this award, and then I even got happier when I found out who was getting the award and why they're getting it. So the Grassroots Award is a brand new award introduced by the City of Peoria. The City of Peoria wanted to find a way to recognize people and groups who take the initiative on a project to improve the community. They don't ask the city or someone else to take the leadership role. They take it themselves and make the community a lot better. This year's award goes to the Southside Community United for Change organization. It is for their work in creating a community tool library on the south side of Peoria. They have worked hard, rehabbed the garage that was slated for demolition and turned into an opportunity for neighbors to have access and tools and equipment to beautify their properties. Come on up and get the award. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Robert. See all that hard work paid off.
Will the members of SCUC, Southside Community United for Change, stand up? As all of us know, no one person, one woman, or one man is responsible for change. It's a collective effort of many people. And the tool, when we decided to do a tool library, that was the collective ideal of a group of people who came together, who wanted to improve the South Side, and decided, and they go by the name of Southside Community United for Change. This award is your award. This award is for all the people of the South Side. We are more than just a neighborhood coalition. We are a family, and we are dedicated to making the South Side the best that it can be. For this, we thank you. Thank you for this award.
And remember, this is just the beginning.
And we do have a short video that provides a little bit more information.
My mom was the type of person where not only was she our mother, she was everybody's mother. My dad was everybody's father. We didn't always have a lot of money, but we always had a lot of love. Trying to bring a community back to what I had as a child, that's what I'm talking about. There were several of us who saw a need for there to be equipment available that people could use at no cost and be able to maintain and beautify the property that they are living in. We have a crumbling infrastructure, older housing stock, high crime rate, high unemployment rate. If you don't cut your grass, it's actually a code violation. The City of Peoria will issue a fine if you don't resolve that. The last thing that people need is another bill to pay. My name is Robin Berry, and I helped start Southside Community United for Change. We want a great place to live and work where people can raise a family. We have the equipment to help people do that. But we didn't have a location for our tool library. The City of Peoria provided us a home. It's just perfect. Change starts with us before we go out and change a community.
The next award is the Pride in Peoria Award. This award is given to an individual, group, or business that has demonstrated environmental efforts to keep Peoria clean and to beautify neighborhoods. This award will be presented this evening by Councilman Regenbach.
Thank you, Director Black. You know, this is such a great event. As a council member, we get invited to a lot of things, and tonight it's really exciting to recognize 7 award winners. But I think we need to take a minute and give a round of applause to each one of you, because you are the winners in Peoria that make our neighborhoods great, and they wouldn't be great neighborhoods without all the efforts that each one of you put in every day, whether somebody's watching or not. So thank you for all that you do to make this city the place it is. Speaking of winners, I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the fact that the Chicago Cubs won the World Series! But back to my script. The Pride in Peoria Award this year is not being won by an individual, but a group of young people working to be leaders in the community and striving to be role models for the younger kids in their neighborhood. This group has shown through their efforts that they're not afraid to get their hands dirty. Whether they're emptying garbage cans, tending to rain gardens, or cutting grass, they are committed to doing what they can to beautify their neighborhood, the East Bluff. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present the 2016 Pride in Peoria Award to the Law and Order Academy. Officer Hightower, Ms. Nunn, if you would come to receive the award, and if there's any of the Law and Order Academy participants, we'd invite you to come and be recognized as well. I think that'd be great. Say a few words.
Well, I wasn't ready for this, but I guess this award that we're getting isn't for me it's them and the other young men and women that wanted to change, and that's where we're at. Law and Order was established early April, and maybe before that, because we wanted to make a change of all the we wanted to make a change by what was happening up in the East Bluff. So these young men and women that was in the program they were part of the problem and not the solution. So when we pulled them in, they became part of the solution, which, like I explained it, like I'll tell anyone, this is only one tool in the toolbox, and we just wanted to make a change for them, which they have made a big change. And I just want to thank a few people. Like you said, this is a collective effort, and I'm not trying to leave anyone out, but it is some special people. Some special people I would like to thank, and if I don't say your name, I'm sorry. But first of all, I would like to thank Miss Mary Williamson, because she's a great volunteer. Anytime she calls, she will come and go when it's concerning the kids. Miss Willa Lucas, she's always feeding the kids every morning and still does it to this day. These two, they want to be called Mitch and Nancy, but to them, they mom and dad. Anything that comes, anything's come above when it has to do with the kids, they have no problem volunteering their time, and they have no problem volunteering any funds that we have. They always the first to step up. Mr. Jesse McGowan, no matter what happens, he's there for us. We call him, no disrespect to the mayor, but he is the mayor in East Bluff. So, and I'd like to thank Mrs. Nunn. She has given more time than anyone I can ever say. She gives her time like, I tell you, it's amazing. But I don't want to keep you guys. That's too. I'm nervous when I'm in front of a crowd, so I just want to say thank you to Law and Order, to these young men, and the other young men and women that is part of the program.
Good stuff. Very good stuff. The next award is the Youth Award. The Youth Award is presented to someone under the age of 18 who has worked with adults and peers towards improving their community. And presenting the Youth Award this evening is Officer Hightower and LaShawn Nunn.
I guess they got me back up here again. This next award is for a young man, which I want to say all the young women and men were very great. When they started at a time when it was, I would say, was trying for me as well as anyone else. So this young man, yes. What did you guys say? Okay. This young man has worked very hard. He's, how can I put it, a very mild, quiet, but yet, but yet thrilling. Anything you ask of him, he would do. But that's all the key. That's all. Well, I should say most of them. This young man is funny, but yet beautiful, if that's the word I can use for a young man. But I'm going to let Ms. Nunn finish from here.
This young man is, how should I say it? He is the child that you wished you had 10 of. He is so respectful, and he never seems to amaze me. Always willing to go the extra mile to make sure EBNHS yard looks well. Before I call him up, I would just like to thank the City of Peoria. I would like to thank Cy Maroon and Mike Rogers for believing in us and giving us this chance, because if you guys would never have given us the chance, we would not be here today. And Julius Herring would not be receiving this award. Thank you so much.
Okay, I didn't know I was going to do this either, but it's just, I am thankful for this reward because as a child to get out and like do stuff that we did this summer, it was like really changing for me because, you know, it's great to learn new stuff, and I just learned a lot this summer, I guess. And as a community, we did make a big difference, and I'm just glad we had the chance to do it with great people like Officer Hightower, Miss Nunn, and my little brother Elijah. And me personally, I think we did a great job. Everybody that worked to keep the community looking how it's looking, and you know, sometimes it's hard, but gotta do the best we can. So thank you.
The next award is the Ted Bannon Brick Award. This award is presented to a citizen activist who exhibits neighborhood advocacy. This person has been vocal about issues within his or her neighborhood and has worked with elected officials and local administration to strive for positive change. This award this evening will be awarded by Councilman Graham and Councilman Ruck-Regal.
Before we start tonight, I'd also like to say thank you to each and every one in this room, because it is really through this hard work and this dedication that happens in this room that so many of the great things in Peoria are happening. And it's kind of, I think, purposeful tonight that the Ted Bannon Award, the Brick Award, is presented to this year's recipient. Because anybody who had the chance to know Ted and his wife Rosemary knew that they had a fervent love for Peoria and gave their unending energy to help make this a place that was great to live in, and it also had a pride of place as opposed to our history, with our history. And if anybody had the chance to talk to Rosemary and to be able to find out why the street was still a brick street in front of them, they knew where this love came from. And in that same vein, their house, where they raised their family, today is where one of our resident neighborhood officers is. And in that way, what they decided and the seeds that they sown actually grow fruit still today. And so it is with our recipient this year. He is the president of the Heart of Peoria Neighborhood Association. He and his wife Janine own Peoria Architectural Salvage. He's been recently named to the Peoria Historic Preservation Commission. And not too long ago, only a couple of years ago,
when a house was destroyed or taken down or demolished, we had no way to be able to transfer parts of that history into something new. And it is through the work of he and his wife that we had one of our first salvage companies that came to Peoria. And so would you please help welcome me up for everything that he does, for his neighborhood advocacy, for his living this each and every day, and for pride that he puts in Peoria, Tom Wester.
I could just make a few more comments about President Thomas Wester, who is the leader of the Heart of Peoria Neighborhood Association. Shortly after I was elected to the 2nd District Council seat, we noticed there was quite a hole in that part of the city where we had a neighborhood association basically go defunct, and where we had a neighborhood park that wasn't being taken care of. Because of his efforts and the efforts of his lovely wife, Janine, we are here tonight with a strong Heart of Peoria Neighborhood Association that meets almost every single month in the heart of our city. And they've done a great deal to improve their neighborhood, just as all of you have who are here tonight, and to give back to our entire city. I think Councilor Ruckriegel has touched on the main areas of contribution, but I do think we should have the co-pilot come on up. Janine, could you please come on up? Janine Wester. Your Ted Bannon Brick Award recipients.
Well, thank you. It's very kind to receive this award. My wife and I have always wanted to be a part of something greater in our lives, and when we moved to Peoria about 8 years ago, we started thinking about what we could do as far as our futures go, and we ended up purchasing our home in the heart of Peoria. It was according to the neighbors that are now our great friends, it was a blighted property full of crime, and they were delighted when they saw us take over the house and turn it back into a single-family dwelling and clean it up. And so that's the beginning for us. And through that, we were able to meet some great neighbors, and through discussion, we got the neighborhood association back up. So it's not fully my responsibility. It wasn't fully me that did it. It was definitely the hard work of the neighborhood and one other very important person, my wife, who is very good at reminding me about meeting times and all my important things that I have obligated to do. So thank you very much for this award. I appreciate it. It's great to be here tonight with everybody else that's on the same page, rooting for Peoria. We're headed in the right direction, and we're very excited to see where we go in the future. Anything else? Can't forget this. Thank you.
I could just make another comment here before close to the ending of our program. I certainly want to thank, on behalf of the mayor and the entire city council, our city staff that's worked so hard under the direction of Ross Black to make this evening possible in our wonderful Peoria Civic Center facility. Isn't this a great facility? People come from out of town for events here, and they just marvel at what we have here in Peoria with our Riverfront Museum, our Civic Center, and Caterpillar Museum. We just have a lot going for us in Peoria, but the most important thing we have going for us is you, the people, who work tirelessly every day to make this a great, great city. And I also would be totally bereft of any responsibility if I didn't thank our servers who have done such a good job tonight taking care of us. Thank you very much. Director Black.
Thank you, Councilman. The final award of the evening is the Mayor's Award. This is the highest honor given to a citizen advocate who has contributed tirelessly to improving his or her neighborhood over a period of years. Mayor Ardis.
Well, good evening, everyone. It really is an honor and a pleasure to be here this evening to recognize the people and the groups that really make Peoria special. I was talking just for a few minutes with Councilman Graham before the festivities started this evening. This is a really nice crowd. I mean, it's one of the bigger crowds that we've had, but it needs to be bigger. We have a lot more people in the community that do a lot of hard work all year, and they don't do it because they're looking for credit for it. I know none of you do. But this is a special time for us to acknowledge everything that you do. So we're gonna work with Director Black and his team, and our goal is going to be to establish a date for this event in February at the latest. So we're going to know 6 or 8 months in advance what this date's going to be, and we're going to work really hard to put a really strong program together to make sure that we do say thank you to all of you and the other people who are doing a lot of hard work to make our community great. I'm gonna go off script just a little bit because Ross said we're ahead of time. I think you all will really relate to this, especially those of the not necessarily senior citizens like me and others, but for all of the older adults in this room. Doesn't it do your heart really, really good to see a young man like Julius come up here and speak so eloquently, speak from the heart, didn't need to talk for a long time to get his what he wanted to say out. But that's our future leaders in our community, and that is awesome. Thank you, Julius. And Councilman Graham mentioned a lot of our staff that's here who do so much good work all year. A lot of times with the things that we get involved with at City Hall, everybody gets bogged down in the business and they don't get the acknowledgement either that they deserve. So I echo Councilman Graves' thanks to our city staff and everybody that works so hard. And we saw Officer Hightower who did a great job up here, but we have other representatives as well from police and fire, and we'd like to make sure that the men and women who put their lives on the line every time they go to work know how much we all appreciate what they do. So we'd like to ask them just really quickly to stand up and be acknowledged, and thank you for all you do. So with the editorial liberty I just took, I'll extend it for 30 more seconds and just say we have, again, outstanding leaders in our community that do a lot of work in our neighborhoods. And I am hesitant to say it because I don't want to neglect anybody else, but one of the true pillars of the groups that have done so much in our neighborhoods, plural, for a lot of years and put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, left us to go see the good Lord this May. And I would just like to ask us just to take a moment and say a quick prayer and a quick thanksgiving, because he's in a really good place right now, a place that we all want to get to someday. But just remember the hard work and dedication and love for our community that was displayed for a lot of years by Floyd Nolan. Thank you. So this is exciting because I get to announce the winner of the Mayor's Award. And just for some background, this award is the highest honor given to a citizen advocate who's contributed tirelessly to improving our community over a period of years. Before we announce the winner for the award, I'd like to say a few words about this year's winner. For this individual, serving people in any capacity is their life's work. This person goes above and beyond just to make sure that people are fed, housed, and able to make it to work on time. This person's work with community service workers has shed a positive light on how citizens of Peoria views and interacts with them. Anyone who knows this person would be happy to call this person a friend, a coworker, a mentor, or for today's purposes, a neighborhood advocate. The impact of this individual's work will be felt for many years to come, and this person has set the gold standard for the City of Peoria, and for that, we thank you. While the recipient of this year's award is a City of Peoria employee, this award is not about the work that she does during her 8 to 5 job. This award is about the countless hours that she puts in on her own time to make Peoria such a special place. So it's with great pleasure that I announce the 2016 Mayor's Award recipient, Glenda Williams. So before Glenda accepts the award, we have a few people in the community that would like to share some special words on the video to you.
Congratulations, Glenda, on your award. It is well deserved. I'm going to tell you what the maid recited in the movie The Help. You are kind, you are smart, and you are important to the Southside community. And for that, we love you.
Glenda, congratulations, and this award could not go to a more deserving person. Thank you for your hard work and everything that you do to make my neighborhood, and I know other neighborhoods around the city of Peoria, better. Congratulations.
Glenda, congratulations, and thank you for everything you do for us in the community. There's nobody more deserving of this than you are.
Congratulations. I want to say how rare and refreshing it is to have someone with such dedication to the community. We're so excited to continue working with you in the future.
Hi, Glenda. I want to thank you for all you do for the city of Peoria, our South Side. You're a miracle worker, and I know your boss will never find another person that works as hard as you do. And congratulations on your award.
Glenda, it's been 20-something years since we've known each other. You know my family and all my friends. And I want you to know that I appreciate you. And I appreciate all the work that we've done together for Peoria. You're basically, I always told you needed an award. And yeah, you need an award for just being you. And I appreciate you. And I love you. And God bless you. Congratulations,
Glenda.
Hey, congratulations, Glenda, on winning the Mayor's Award. Nobody deserves it better than you do. You are a great person. You help people reach out and go the extra mile, helping to take care of neighborhoods. Even on your off days, whenever I see you, you're always working toward making things better in the south side of Peoria. You're an all-around great human being, and nobody deserves it more than you do.
What a blessing you are to us in the South Side. I tell everybody you're the horse for the city of Peoria. You go above and beyond the call of duty. You're just a perfect pleasure. You're a wonderful human being. And soak up this award you're getting because you deserve every second of it.
Hey, Glenda, want to just congratulate you on your award. Can't think of a more hardworking, dedicated individual to be nominated for the award. Appreciate everything you do, not only as an officer here on the South Side, but also as a resident. Your dedication really makes a difference down here on the South End. We really, really appreciate it. Also, I appreciate the Sunday evening at 9 o'clock phone calls. Again, congratulations, Glenda.
Thank you, Ms. Glenda, for everything you do.
Well, I don't like to talk much, but I want to say thank you guys for appreciating me, and I do my job because I appreciate the City of Peoria. I appreciate the people that help when we have a project, and I also really appreciate the people that complain, because if you don't complain, we don't know there's a problem, and we just get busy. All of our whole entire department gets busy, and they try to solve the problems. We might laugh a little bit at them, but we really do try to solve the problems that make your life comfortable, and thank you very much.
Well, congratulations to all of the award winners this evening. Let's give them all a round of applause. Just in closing, I would really like to thank all of you for coming this evening. I would like to thank the staff of the Community Development Department that has worked hard over the last few months putting this event together. We appreciate your participation. We appreciate your partnerships. We appreciate you being part of Peoria, and we appreciate that we're going to continue to work together going forward to making a better community. Please stick around, eat ice cream, drink, dance, take your photograph, and just chat and meet with everyone else. Thank you, and good night.